What is up everyone, my name is Trooper and welcome back to a brand new LSPDFR tutorial. Today I'm walking you guys through how to install EUP to your LSPDFR. So as always, the first thing you guys want to do is click the first download link in the description below. That's going to bring you guys right here to the LSPDFR EUP or Emergency Uniforms Pack Law and Order. They've basically just updated this and I thought you guys would be wanting to know how to update it and how to install it in general, so I thought I'd get a video out for you guys. Basically, this new update is really cool. If you haven't installed EUP before, then you wouldn't realize, but the new update they've added in is very nice. We've got some new taser textures, some new belt textures, and quite a few textures on a whole. As you guys can see there, we got new taser textures. You can also have green ones. We have a new DOA texture, which is very nice. We've got the new badge and everything. Let it load up. It always takes a while, which that looks absolutely insane. Brand new DOA, like, you know, whatever you call it, jacket, which is awesome. And then this is also never seen before. I believe we've never had something like, I can't find it now. It was some detective in a vest. It was a woman, but I can't find it. It'll take me a minute to find it now. No, my luck. So basically, what you guys want to do is click here and click download this file, and then make sure you install this one right at the top here, the one that says .rar at the end. Hit download. It is quite a big file, so it might take a couple of seconds. You know, it is a 600 megabyte file, almost a gigabyte. Isn't a gigabyte on a whole, but it will take you a couple of minutes to install it. Or if you're on, you know, American internet, then it might take you a few seconds because the internet in the UK is absolutely crap. But other than that, I'm going to cut back to when this is finished installing. Okay, so as you can see, it is just finished installing, and when you open it up, you'll be greeted with a plugins and an EUP, L and O, or Law and Order, whatever you want to call it, OIV. So first of all, we're going to want to bring up our GTA 5 main directory. So to get to that, you're going to want to go to whatever drive you installed it on. For me, that's my C. Navigate to Program Files 86. And then this is where it depends if you have Steam, Rockstar Games, or Epic Games. If you have Epic Games and Rockstar Games, I'll leave your GTA 5 main directory down in the description below. If you're on Steam, you can follow me to the Steam main directory, like so. So to get to your Steam main directory, Program Files 86, and then you go Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and then choose the GTA 5 folder you want to mod. As always, you should have a backup. If you don't know how to do that, you should watch the first couple of minutes of my how to install LSPDFR tutorial, while I'll walk you guys through how to do that. Then after that, all you're going to want to do is simply just drag and drop this plugins into your GTA 5 folder. It's going to ask you to replace it if you are updating it, and if you're not, it's not going to ask you to do anything. And after that, we are now going to need to install the L and O. So to do that, you need to minimize out of your Explorer, whatever you're using, your browser, and now drag and drop this Law and Order OIV to your desktop. Might take a couple of seconds. It is the thing that has the most folders in it. So give it a second to transfer over. It's going to take a while. Shouldn't take too long though, not as long as the download, near as much. As you can see, it's almost already on 50% for me. So it should be done any second now. But whilst that is doing that, we can bring up our OpenIV. And we'll open up, that is not OpenIV. Ignore that. I'm going to have to replace it. And you're going to open up your OpenIV. And when that is transferred to your desktop, open up your OpenIV and let that load up. Select Windows. And then once that's started up, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to navigate to your top left hand corner of your screen, and you will be able to see, when it loads up, a little square right here. You're going to want to click on that, and it should bring up your files. And then once your files are up, you're going to basically just click on your recent files, the one you brought to your desktop. If you don't see any recent files, just go to your desktop and select the Law and Order.oiv. Open it. Should bring up a little menu saying package installer, install it. Always select your mods folder and then confirm installation. Shouldn't take too long now, but I'll cut back to when it is finished installing. Okay, so as you can see here, it's just finished installing. You can hit close, and now you've successfully installed the first part of EUP to your GTA 5. You can close out of that download, but keep your OpenIV open. And now what we're going to do is click the second link down in the description below. That's going to bring you guys right here to the EUP menu. Hit download this file, and agree and download, and let that install. Shouldn't take too long. This one is only a 619.75 kilobyte folder instead of megabyte, so it should not take too long. And when it's done, open it on up, and you'll double click on files, and you should be able to see a plugins and a Rage native UI.dll file. We're going to want to drag and drop this into your GTA 5 main directory. So bring your GTA 5 main directory back up, and simply drag and drop them in making sure you don't drag and drop it into any folder by accident. Just drag and drop it into a blank space with no folder highlighted. And if you're updating it, it's going to ask you to replace it, and if you're not, it's going to just drag and drop it into your game like that. Then when that is done, it is to install the last part of EUP. To do that, hit the third download link in the description below. I'm sorry about how many downloads there are, but it's just the way EUP is. And this is going to be the Serve and Rescue. You do not need this. If you do not want Serve and Rescue, then you do not have to install this. But for anyone who does, I will walk you guys through how to install this. And I also do recommend installing this, otherwise you'll get a bunch of warnings popping up saying you haven't installed this one and they recommend you to do so. And some vests will not work because the textures are not there. What you're going to want to do is hit download this file and agree and download on the one right here, the one that says 1.4.rar again, the top one. If you're wondering what the ones on the bottom are, it is a Lenny's mod loader one. I prefer not to use Lenny's mod loader. It generally causes quite a few crashes and is generally quite buggy in my game. So I do not recommend using it, but if you do want to use it, it is a simpler way to install it. But I will not be showing in any of my videos how to use it because I don't find it beneficial in any way, because it takes equally as much time just to drag and drop a few files into your game. But once this is finished, it shouldn't take too long, although my internet has been extremely slow today. Kilobytes a second, that is interesting. So what I'll do is, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut back to when it is finished installing. Okay, so once that's finished installing, open it up and you'll only be greeted with a .oiv file. So you're not going to have a plugin or anything like that, so it's going to be drag and dropped to your desktop and straight into your OpenIV. So you can close out your browser now or minimize it, up to you. Drag and drop this S&R folder file back on to your desktop just like you did with the Law & Order one. Shouldn't take too long. This one's pretty small. You can close out that download now, you do not need it anymore, and come yet again right to the top left hand corner of your screen and click that white, blue and red and green square and make sure you install the one on your desktop called S&R 1.4 OIV. Click on it, hit open. It's going to give you the same thing. Hit install and select your mods folder and confirm your installation. And now that is finished installing. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are wondering what the keys are to open this menu, the keys are going to be F11, and to navigate it, you're going to need to use your arrow keys or your numpad. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If we could get there by the end of February, but generally you guys always smash these subscription goals. So if we could get there by the end of February, that'd be absolutely insane. If you haven't already, check out all of my links down in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next LSPDFR video.